Hi, friends. It's Joni with Three Feathers Spiritual Wisdom, here with your weekly message from Spirit for the week of October 10th through the 16th of 2021. I hope you're having a wonderful week. I know last week was very interesting for me. I had a premonition last weekend that something would be revealed to me, and it was. So I'm saying this because I have a premonition for this coming week. And it is that something is going to happen on the collective scene. And so it's playing out in the cards, and we're going to get to that reading in a minute. But first, I want to say thank you for all of your support, your sharing of my videos, commenting, liking them, subscribing, and then sharing them with other people and convincing them to follow me as well. I really appreciate it. I also want to announce that I'm going to be linking my brand new website below, where you can make an appointment if you want a virtual reading. And I've got several services there that you can choose from. Or the brand new news is I'm going to be in an actual office 2 days a week for an in-person readings if you live in Nebraska, in the Lincoln, Nebraska area. So I'm going to be in Emerald Healing Arts and Apothecary, which is in Lincoln, and I'll be there Tuesday late afternoons into evenings and Sunday afternoons. So you get to choose. I hope that you will seek me out for a personal reading and just check out my website. I'm really excited for this next level of my career doing this for people. It's really my life purpose. I still have a full-time job that someday I hope I can walk away from and do this much more time, but I'm not there yet. I have to build my clientele. So maybe you can help me with that. So anything is appreciated, and I'm always happy to help. So let's get to the reading because I really want to get into this. The tarot deck that I'm using is my Raphaelite. I can't talk. Oh, Mercury retrograde. Anyway, this deck is by Giuliano Costa, and it is the deck that I get pulled to when I feel like there's a collective message. I actually do political readings using this deck. I don't post those unless, of course, you would like me to post something. But I do them for myself and I do them for friends to let them know what's coming up. And I'm feeling something collective is coming up for this week. So that's going to be the tarot deck reading and the message. I have a new deck that we're using for your oracle cards. So you get to choose yourself, tap into your intuition, as we always do. Do you want the message from card A, B, or C? And it's the new deck for me called the Psychic Tarot Oracle Cards by John Holland. And I have another deck of his, another oracle deck of his, which I really like and I feel connected to. And I'm already feeling connected to these. Now, they are like a tarot deck, but not completely like a tarot deck. So we will go into that. The other thing I wanted to mention is there's a couple of astrological things. I know I haven't brought up astrology in a while, and it's because I've been so darn busy to look at the astrology and see what's going on, but I felt compelled to do that. Now, there's a couple of things that are very interesting. One is on October 15, the sun, which is in Libra, the sign of balance, the sign of relationships, is trining with Jupiter, which means it has a positive aspect. They're in a good positive aspect. Now, Jupiter is retrograde and it's in Aquarius. Jupiter is one of the benefic planets that likes to give us stuff, give us rewards for our hard work, our efforts. and wants to cheer us on. It's a very positive planet. And so this is it's a very good aspect. The sun is warmth and revelation and illumination, and it's fire propelling us forward and growing things. So there might be some financial gains this week or opportunities for growth in with financial abilities or material growth or personal growth, personal development, relationship development, or spiritual. So that happens on October 15th. That's really, really good. The other thing that's happening is actually happening on October 17th. And that is um, a, a bit of a conflict. The sun, still in Libra, is going to square off or conflict with Pluto. And Pluto is in Capricorn, and Pluto rules the unconscious and the underworld and the death and rebirth process. Okay? So, what this is talking about is with the sun going up against Pluto, it's about illumination of what's going on deep inside of us, what's going on in our subconscious. Look at your dreams. Again, I feel something's going to be revealed. I don't know what, but look, it could be in relationships since the sun is in Libra. So it could be, what are your old patterns in relationships that make them go bad, or, you know, maybe there's a power dynamics. A power balance is off. And so that might come to light. And it's about looking at old ideas or old patterns that are holding you back and healing them and releasing them. We're going through a lot where we have to let go of some of the old things to rebirth ourselves into the new, that transformation. It's been a theme for many months, and it's going to continue to be the theme. All right? So that's kind of the astrological main things that are happening. Let's get to the message, because some cards came out. These two cards came together. They came out together. Here's the sun, which we just talked about astrologically, and this one is the Three of Swords. Now, usually the Three of Swords is three swords piercing a heart, which means betrayal or loss or heartbreak. The Three of Swords in this deck means something very, it does have those sense, but it has an additional aspect. I want you to look closely at it. I think this is why I was drawn to this deck, that this card was going to come out. Because what you see going on as the scene playing out in the background is Mary, the Virgin Mary, and Gabriel. Gabriel coming to her, it's the Annunciation, and telling her that she is going to be giving birth to the Son of God, which is probably wasn't an easy thing to do. And then later she has to witness his crucifixion and death. So she has a child that is I'm sure it was not easy as a mother to raise that child, worrying and whatever. So there's pain here, but there's purpose to the pain. And I believe there's purpose to the pains that may be revealed on a personal level and on a collective level. Maybe the pains that we're going through as a country, there's a purpose to it, to make us evolve. And it's all going to be illuminated, which I think is fascinating. That's what I'm getting from these two cards. The next card, there's more than 3 cards came out, by the way, today. So the message is a little longer. The next card that came out is the Four of Swords. So we get the Three of Swords and then we get the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords means we need to retreat. I think that what gets revealed or whatever happens this week is going to cause us to go, oh, we got to step back from this. We've got to take a step back and maybe we've got to rest. Maybe it's overwhelming for us. I don't know exactly, but it is something we have to take a step back and we need to relax, or maybe it is whatever is revealed, what we know we're going to have to tackle, we're going to have to rest up before we tackle it. Okay? So that could be on a personal level, it could be on a collective level. The next card is interesting. It is the King of Wands. Now, this is a creative, entrepreneurial, passionate spirit. This could be what gets drawn out of us. I really felt when this first came out, the what went into my head and kind of was said in my head was we're going to have to be creative problem solvers. And he is creative. He's got this wand here, that fire of spirit and creativity, and there's plenty of leaves growing on it. So maybe it's also a week for creative self-expression in dealing with whatever comes up and dealing with the pain. Sometimes people have to write songs or journal about things to get them out. And it could be that's what happens. We tap into our creativity. Or this could represent a real person that is creative, is a leader that helps us solve something or proposes to solve something. So there's this sense of creativity, problem solving, entrepreneurial leadership here. Okay? The last card that came out, and it's tied to this one, is the Magician. And again, this is the master creator. This is the master manifester. Understanding that we all have everything that we need inside of us when we put the mind and the will to it to create. I believe it's connected to this guy, and it's probably what we need to do to evolve. We might be pushed to evolve, something happens, and then we're pushed to really enact the magician part of us, the alchemist that can take things and make something new. So, the infinity symbol, can you see the infinity symbol at the top of her head? Which is what is happening above, so below. So what's happening out in our world is what's happening in us. What's happening in us is happening in our world. So if we're chaotic in here, it's going to be chaotic out there. If we are focused on manifesting, that vibration is going to go out around us. It's a powerful week. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I am certainly going to be interested to watch. And I hope you will too. All right? Fabulous. Are you ready to pick your own message? Do you want the message from card A, B, or C? For those of you who picked A, this is your card. It's the Five of Physical, which in the regular tarot deck would be the Five of Coins. And it says, if you can't read it there, or if it's backwards, financial and material changes. Now, this often means the changes are a negative one. So I want you to watch out for that. I got that it could go either way. That maybe there's an extra bill that shows up that you weren't expecting that you need to pay, or um or seriously, there's a little bump on Wall Street and we all lose a part of our pensions or something. Um So there's some sort of financial change. If it's positive, that's great. I hope it is positive. But if it isn't, just be forewarned about it. And the thing is, this is not as a punishment, or it's not that you've done anything wrong. This is about adapting. Everything that spirit is has us go through is usually for, well, it's for our greater good. It's to push us into a direction sometimes. If we don't choose the path that spirit wants us to choose, things happen to create that choice in happening. And that's what I feel from this card, that it is meant to help you move and redirect your energy in a certain way. Okay? For those of you who picked B, your card is a major arcana card, the universe, which in the regular tarot is the world. And what this is about, this swirling energy, is that your a certain aspect of your life is coming to a successful completion, and you are about to embark on the next phase of your life in some way. I often, when I see the world card come out, say you got the world on a string and you're sitting on a rainbow. And that's what's happening, is you have successfully transformed something in your life, and you are changing, and you are developing, and you're going up the next level of energy. Okay? And the whole universe is laying before you for those potentialities of the next thing. All right? And that's exciting. That's exciting for you. So look for those potential new starts and new beginnings. For those of you who picked C, you've got the card Sacrifice. Now, in the regular tarot, this is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is all about taking a new perspective on things and embarking on a spiritual awakening. So in this one, the sacrifice means that you may have to release some things. You are starting something new too, but it's much more on a spiritual level. And it is about releasing some of those old patterns and those old wounds, healing them and letting them go, releasing them. And when you do, you're getting this connection with spirit that's helping you do that. And you are looking at things from a different perspective and moving into a spiritual awakening, a spiritual, um, again, a new start, but in a spiritual way. So that rainbow is coming right down into her um, crown chakra, that connection, that energy. And you have energy to spare and to share. That is that spiritual energy. What else am I getting from this? The clouds are flowers. I don't know if you can see them, but they're shaped by some type of flower. And I just feel like you have blooming potential too here. So look for that. But it may mean that you have to let go of whatever it is that's holding you back. Thought forms again, and to release them and heal them in order to go forward. All right, well, this has made it a very long video. I'm so sorry for that, but man, the messages were deep this week, and I hope that you have many blessings in the coming days, and let me know how you see this playing out this week. I'll be very, very curious. I'm curious to see what happens. So many blessings to you all. Thank you again, and have a great week.